between the two of us. Yeah. Or do you want me to ask you questions?
When it seems to be, what, any person who inspired you to do like cosplay and to do videos or what, who's the person who inspired you to do what was that?
Want to answer first?
When I first found out about cosplay, I didn't have anyone to do it with, and I didn't really know anyone that cosplayed, so for me it was kind of just, I really wanted to dress up like Yuna, so I ordered the costume, and yeah, I just went to the local anime convention, and I met a few people over there, and because they cosplayed, I kind of looked up to them, and yeah, that's kind of how I came about cosplaying. As for videos, I've always been interested in doing videos, like for school projects, and I don't know, just random things that I do with my friends and my cousins. So I figured cosplaying was a good way to, you know, do something that I really loved. So that's what I did.
Thank you.
And how did I get into cosplay? Okay, well, the person who inspired me, I guess, indirectly would have been, I used to frequent this website called Lola.net, and it was run by a Canadian girl, and she was from Toronto. And I was really into Digimon, Pokemon, and so I went on that site all the time, and it was like my anime fix, and finding out about different animes, you know, exotic ones, like Cardcaptor Sakura, which was super exotic to me at the time. Oh, we got our laptop, I think. And then I saw Pikmin Link's cosplays, and I was like, people can actually dress up as characters? What is this? And I went over all of her site where she was making like legit Zelda stuff, and that was pretty awesome. I have to go help him now.
Yeah.
Do you plan on making any more Tokyo Babylon videos?
Well, I do want to actually like make those costumes because that was really random that we decided to do it, and we had like a couple days to get that all organized. But I definitely do want to do more Tokyo Babylon outfits, and I know Maddie, who was my host show, she wants to do a bunch of her outfits because they're all really fun and elaborate. So yes, we will be definitely doing more costumes and hopefully more videos.
Do you find it easy enough to generate funding for what you want to do? Like, to work other jobs, or is it lucky enough to traditional time?
Well, we work a lot, and I have a fairly high-paying job, so I work full-time, and that's the only budget that I have for cosplay and living in general. But yeah, I'm usually broke because all of my extra money goes into cosplay and going to conventions and everything. So
sounds familiar.
yeah, no, I make absolutely no money from it. But then we get trips to London, so
It's true. We lose a massive amount of money on cosplay. I think somebody actually challenged us to try to work it out financially, and it was a really upsetting number. Like, really astronomically upsetting. So, I mean, this is our hobby. We don't expect to ever make money for it. We don't actually have advertisements on YouTube.
unless it's copyrighted.
Unless it's copyrighted material, and they force us to have advertisements. We don't make money from YouTube either, just because I think it's a hobby, and you shouldn't really be making money from your hobby. If it was a job, that would be awesome, but it's not.
What's your favourite part about making this? Is the editing or the actual filming or acting?
Are you cosplaying Mew? Over there? Are you cosplaying Mew?
No, it is not.
Oh, close.
My favorite part about making videos is, well, probably just hanging out with my friends because we tend to goof off more than we get stuff done. So, yeah, just having fun. And of course, I really love editing and just like putting the video all together. It's always fun taking random scenes and then hooking them up and having something interesting at the end.
I like doing stunts because they always end up awesome, no matter how simple the stunt. And this was just for CMVs, correct? Any videos? I honestly, I like doing regular skits better, especially improv ones, just because, I mean, oh, it's working, perfect. Yeah, I like doing regular skits better, just because you don't really know what you're getting into. You're just goofing off with your friends, because we just do improv skits. So, I mean, that's always way more fun. I don't like anything too structured. So, yeah. Editing is also pretty fun. Except when you have to listen to the same song several hundred billion times, like for a CMV. I don't know how she does it, because I get sick of it too quick. Thank you. Thanks so much. Oh, by the way, we're all set up. So it's all good.
What's the weirdest thing you've been inspired by to make a skit or CMV?
Okay. Fox and Box. Has anyone seen Fox and Box? That shit show. It was inspired. Let me see if I can even remember. It was inspired by Valerie and I were sitting in the car, and we were getting ready to do a photo shoot or something. And she was Itachi and I was Naruto, and she pulled out like, I think it was mistletoe, and it was in a box. And then she came after me from the back seat. She's like, I'm like, Fox in my box, Fox in the box. And I was like rubbing the mistletoe all over my body. And somehow that evolved into clips of us sort of just being weird in the hotel while she's in the shower, because everything always happens while she's in the shower. And like her holding me over the side of a toy boat. That became like the first episode of Fox and Box, and then it became an actual thing. So what it started out as was, keep in mind, it's about Naruto not wanting to go into Itachi's box. It started out as a mistletoe box. Also, I texted Valdrian very early on in our relationship and said, Fox wants your box. I sent it to her mother. Turns out box is slang for vagina. So she showed this to Courtney. I was very upset about it. She's like, why is this person talking to me about the box in my vagina? I don't understand what's going on. And that was my beginning of my relationship with Courtney's mother. And we are now best friends. What else is started out, right? Pretty much everything.
Yeah, most of our stuff is just us and inside jokes, and then we'll just be like, hey, we should make a video, and then we do, so.
Well, white shit was sitting in the room.
Yeah, we were just in Death Note cosplays, and then we decided, hey, we're just gonna film us being normal, and it turned into the start of the Death Note shit series. So.
We also wanted to play Mousetrap, which was the entire reason why we even made a third episode. You guys have both had the same questions, that'd be awesome.
Do you have a favourite video that you've done so far? Really? It was the same question then.
It like changes every week. Every time I view an old video, I'm just like, this is my favorite video. It never is. Just because I'm watching it in that moment. I really enjoy Bad Box Man. Just cause like that was just the epitome of us just like goofing around on camera. Like there was no reason for that skit. I also like what's it called? In-store shoes. Because we put her in the background in several of the scenes, just like in her normal clothes, and then we trolled with some sort of comment like, oh, who's that creepy girl in the background? And everyone's just like, yeah, who is that creepy girl? She keeps staring at them and all this stuff. So that was awesome. Oh, and also a security guard in the building we were filming in caught us like 6 times, like chaining each other up to. Oh no, we caught her rolling around in like the sword jumper in the middle of the stairwell. He's like, and he kept coming back.
My favorite video? Well, yeah, I like CMVs, but I don't know. They're kind of, I consider them kind of different from skits. my favorite CMV is the Gravity of Love one, Tokyo Babylon. And my favorite skit was actually probably the random one we did as Vanille and Hope, because it was just so random and really dumb. And I like the new one that we're going to show, so yeah.
Hello. Just a funny thing about Gravity of Love. It took us a day to film, amazingly, because we had to switch locations several times. By the end of it, it was raining and I was really miserable. Like, I was really thoroughly upset. And I was trying to put in a blind contact. I hate wearing contacts. I don't anymore because I hurt my eyes so much. So I had the contact on my finger. We were in Vancouver where it's really windy, really rainy, sort of like here. And I had it on my finger and I was trying to put it in my eye, you know, like without a mirror. And it just blew straight off my finger onto the dirty, like we were in a construction zone, like through the dirt and just across the field. I just sort of looked at it and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I pick up the dirty contact, try to clean off, stick in my eyes, just burning. I'm like, my God. So that's all I remember that scene. That's been cheeky.
Is it a one-sided kind of decision who like who good cosplay?
Well, do you want to go? Or?
No.
Well, I know for us, we obviously really like different types of characters, so we never really have a problem with running into like, oh,
I want to cosplay Zelda real bad.
I think, well, I don't know, we take cosplay like really lightly. It's just a hobby, so, you know, like, you know, if you really wanted to cosplay Zelda, I'd let him. But yeah, so, we just choose the characters that we like, and usually it works out. When we're cosplaying with the rest of the FDPs, usually Mavi and I like the same characters, so we just kind of like, okay, well, I'll do like Cloud this time, and then you know, I'll do Tifa another time, and yeah.
Get on a table.
Yeah, you know, we fight. I do, of course. But yeah, so.
Beat up like everyone.
Well, no, we don't. I took down Courtney.
You did take scary.
Anyways, we just usually compromise. If we're doing something as a group, then we'll usually be like, okay, we'll do it one time and then do it another time. So.
In terms of what series we cosplay, some people are more outspoken than others. I think I've only really chosen a handful of our cosplays. Like usually I don't choose the series because I don't take initiative. I'm just sort of like, whatever, I don't care. And then I do later, I get really mad. But yeah, I mean, usually, honestly, we're just talking and we're just like, oh, you know, this is an awesome series. Oh, let's cosplay that. And that barely ever happens. It's just the ones that, like, later on, we're just like, hey, that'd actually be a cool cosplay to do. For example, Labyrinth that we did. I mean, we weren't even going to do that. That was very last minute. We were just watching the Labyrinth movie with Courtney and another friend, Courtney being Valdrian. And she was like, she'd never seen it before. She's like, my favorite character is Jared Stong. Because it was we noticed it was in the center of so many, like, frames of the video. So she's like, I want to cosplay that. And I was like, hey, we should do it to ALcon. She's like, I'm not cosplaying a giant penis for you, bro. But then she did. So that entire cosplay was just centered around her cosplaying a giant penis. Like, I mean, we do them for different reasons. We don't take turns. It's nothing sort of organized. I mean, it's just sort of like, hey, you want to do this, you want to do that. It's just talking it out over a long space of time.